Hi, welcome to Andre's TV show breakdown. I'm here with episode 2 with a special guest.
I am Braden.
And we're going to be talking about Tom and Jerry again because I feel like I didn't get into enough depth about it.
And plus, it was just solo you, so you have someone else that can break it down with you.
Exactly. And an overview of the show, it's about this cat named Tom and this mouse named Jerry. And Tom always tried to chase down Jerry and just get rid of him. And Jerry also tried to use sneaky ways to evade his way out of the situations.
I really don't enjoy the entire plot of this show. Really, because my entire reason to live is to see Tom catch Jerry.
I gotta disagree with you on that one because I find the essence of the repetition of the show to give you a feeling of like warmth. I don't know how to explain it, but overview, the show has to be a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Even though you may say it's not the great, it's great. It's top 5 all time.
The show is not bad in itself. It's just how long it would take for it to actually end.
I see where you're coming from, but at the same time, it kind of adds the essence to the show. And one episode I love about the show, I don't know if you've watched this or not, but there was an episode where Tom had to actually take care of Spike's son Tyke, and Jerry got paint all over Tyke, and they couldn't get it off, and Spike was pissed as hell. So I don't know if you watched that or not, but it's a great episode.
I mean, yeah, Tom and Jerry's a great show, but also, like, what's the point of adding other characters that just...
Well, I mean, you have to... Because the plot at some point gets boring. So you have to add the other characters to add atmosphere to the show.
Yeah, but also, like... Okay, so, like... The show is literally named Tom and Jerry because Tom is chasing Jerry.
Okay, by that logic, Phineas and Ferb is called Phineas and Ferb.
Exactly. The show should revolve...
But the show has like a billion characters.
Exactly. The show should revolve around the people who actually are in the show's name.
But it does revolve around that. It's one episode.
Okay, Baljit, chill.
Oh my god. Well, Tom and Jerry is definitely... One thing about Tom and Jerry is that it's definitely regressed. The original classic ones are way better than like the ones now. The new ones just have no quality in them.
That is something I can definitely agree on. And have you seen the new movie yet? Because I haven't. I think it looks stupid.
I haven't, but I heard it's good. I've actually watched the first minute on it yeah. It's okay, I guess.
I just find it stupid. Because...
It's definitely better than the episodes that are on, like, Cartoon Network, because those are just awful in quality. Because the new ones don't have that witty, clever, funny in them like the old ones did.
3D Tom chasing 3D Jerry out here, that just doesn't, like, add up.
The Tom and Jerry movie, I get where they were coming from because the show was dying, and they needed to find a way for it to, like, pop back and for them to keep their fans. But overall, they did not do well with that type of it because they could have at least mentioned or hinted at the older episodes, and that would have brought back the older fans, like even my parents who loved the show when they were younger. That probably would have struck them into maybe starting watching the show.
Okay, but like the show's been dead ever since it's been reanimated. So, like...
Exactly, so they're trying to bring it back with the movie.
But the movie's just not going to be able to bring everyone back because of how long this show has been dead for.
I mean, I see it, I guess, but... I don't know. Because there's no way you can name any 40-year-old that has never watched Tom and Jerry.
Because
I'm sorry.
They've watched the older versions that were actually, that are the famous ones.
Actually, you know what? Even better. There's no one over the age of 40 that does not like Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry was their childhood growing up.
I mean, yes, I agree on that, but like, the show's still been dead forever, so.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of Looney Tunes. I said this in my first episode as well. Looney Tunes also regressed a lot in its quality because the original ones were actually really, really good with like the Daffy Duck, Tasmanian Devil. There was some crazy stuff in that one as well.
Well, yeah, but with the Looney Tunes, they have so many characters that you can just spring off other episodes with, whereas with Tom and Jerry, they have 2 characters.
I mean, I guess. Well, I mean, Looney Tunes is also great. Looney Tunes is a great show, especially with like Bugs Bunny. The only show I love that was kind of underrated, in my opinion,
What?
Roadrunner.
Exactly.
Did you watch that?
No, I have never watched it, but that's what I'm saying. Was it before or after Looney Tunes?
After, but it was like before the kind of Looney Tunes nowadays.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they can,
Yeah.
with Looney Tunes, they can spring off with all the characters
Exactly.
they have. So that's why Tom and Jerry's been dead for so long, is that they just can't find another
They
character.
need a way to, or they can't do it anymore. But what they could have done when the show was dying, maybe mid '90s, early 2000s, they could have added maybe a show about Spike and his point of view of all this, and something along those lines. Because I needed to add something that was new and that the audience hasn't seen before.
Yeah, but the audience just only really cares about Tom and Jerry.
Exactly. It was a great show. Just it had no. After a bunch of episodes, it kind of ran out of plot line. So that's why they brought the new lesser quality episodes, because those didn't use as much effort, and they just need to add something that was very unrealistic, even more unrealistic than like Crazy Animals, but you know what I mean. They had to add like unrealistic, not just not funny things, and that didn't work at all in their favor.
I mean, going back to my point, I just feel that the show was just milked and milked and milked. Like, at least have one episode where Tom catches Jerry, but then he feels like guilt and stuff, and then releases him, because that'll give some children.
Or it could have been a dream.
The what?
Like he catches them and it was a dream. That would have been cool as well.
Isn't that like everything Tom dreams about, though?
Well, I mean, point of view of the dream, I guess. Alright, I think that's good enough for episode 2. I really hope you all have a great Saturday. Thank you all, goodbye.
Bye.